Is it like, just to be sure, is it like recording properly and stuff? Do you
Oh
think?
yeah.
Yeah, no, we're fine. I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't. My computer blue screened of death right as I hit go live. Technical
Um,
difficulties.
I'm hearing Hallie again on a slight delay,
Are you serious?
I'm hearing her
and now
fine
me.
right now.
That's a you problem,
Oh.
not a not a me problem.
I don't know where it's coming from.
I have no idea. Oh my
Wait.
goodness. I'm very sorry, everyone. Okay, well, if you have to disconnect and reconnect, Chris, you can, as you will, type of thing. All right. I think it's running, it's recording. I'm just going to go with it and pray that this works. Okay. So, real quick, this is game 52. Fast announcement, we have a charity stream on March 27th and 28th. Everyone Deserves to Be Safe is the official name for that one, after much agonizing over that. So we're going to be playing for a variety of charities that help children and families dealing with poverty, homelessness, and domestic violence situations. So you can pick a charity in your area. You can send over some donations over to some of our chosen charities. We've got 4 picked chosen ones because we're an international group. We tried to kind of cover the gamut in some ways. So more information will be available for that, but I'm running Humblewood, which is a 5e animal setting like Redwall, which makes me very happy. And then one Chris is playing we're going to run some dark matter. That one on my screen. The other one's pointing the wrong direction, so this is great. It's good. That one in the red is going to run some dark matter, which is a 5e setting in space.
Space.
And then we'll have Monster of the Week, and we'll also have a regular 5e game as well, and then hopefully our campaign game too. So, shorter weekend, so I don't lose my mind, but we'll go from there. And then Sam is not with us today, but they'll be back. They had stuff going on today, so no worries there. And again, apologies for all of the tech issues. 3 of us had tech problems, and then my computer crapped out on me completely, so it's all good. So last game, game 51, a lot of shit happened. Ulrin, do you want to tell everyone, Ulrin, what happened with your item, how that happened?
My item.
Yeah.
The shield?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, your other item.
Oh, well, my other item I found on a dead body in a dungeon. It was pretty cool. It's like one of my favorite items that I've ever received in the game, but
I give
up. It's a piece of stick.
It's a stick.
The shield. So yeah, I had this cool talk with the Raven Queen and stuff, and then I went into the forge, the Soul Forge. I disappeared into it and was engulfed, and I found my tower shield. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yay!
Pretty awesome.
The relics are slowly being reclaimed, so the party has decided to, in kind of a maybe not spur of the moment, but check in on what is happening with Ulrin's beloved Elly, and discovered her in the middle of a fight for her life in a minotaur's labyrinth. And the party transported there, and are getting, in this frozen moment before we start, are getting bull rushed by a massive armor-plated minotaur, and it is going to come directly at everybody. So a couple of you are out of the way, so before we roll initiative, we're going to go ahead and have Neuraxis, Ulrin, and Hazel make dexterity saves to try to jump out of the way of this creature. Inlon is going to have to make one as well. I have a lot of papers, y'all. Oh, he has no dex bonus. Oh my god.
Better than a negative dex bonus.
Oh, I know, but still.
22.
Woo!
18. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Way to show up the team, Hazel. Let's just.
Hazel just gracefully dodges out of the way. The wind coming off of this creature is incredible, and all of you who are out of its path feel it. Neuraxis, what did you get?
A 7.
That's a more properly. What is that roll?
That's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay.
That's a big one.
That's a big fat one. You're gonna go flying. So this is its charge feature. Hazel and Ulrin managed to get out of the way of it. You're gonna take half damage as its armor clips all of you. Neuraxis, you go back 15 feet in a random direction. Let me see which way you go. Yep, you go this way. You're actually gonna fly past this strange little fey bloody creature and hit this column. So you're gonna take extra damage from that. So half damage for Hazel and Ulrin is gonna be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yay.
Neuraxis, you take 18. And I know you're resistant, so...
And say, yeah, is it magic?
It is not. It's just pure armor, just...
Thank you, Heavy Armor Master. I'll take 3
Yeah, I was gonna
less.
say, yep. And you're gonna take another 6 bludgeoning from being slammed up against this column. And you are prone.
Okay, so that's... Okay.
Yep. And I pre-rolled initiatives for everyone else on the board, so if everyone will go ahead and roll initiative. This creature came to a stop here. Inlon also takes that damage because he got a whopping 10.
I thought we all just rolled really bad.
Oh no! What is
Don't say that.
happening? Takes 13. Okay. So.
Okay.
And I did roll for Marble already. She is in the spot with, she's in the same number as Elly, so. So that you all have a setup on the field, you obviously can ask me questions, but as we go through, some of them are heavily, heavily injured. Elly looks okay. This human woman in furs looks bad. This guy is actually currently facing off with these 2 creatures trying to protect her. Inlon seems to be on his feet for the most part, and this elven, he's flinging spells around, some kind of mage, wizard, something, is cut and bruised, and his right leg looks to be a little crooked, like he got hit in the kneecap. So you all are being launched into the middle of this battle, which means that 7 is up, so just, that's a huge initiative tracking, so just know where you're at on here, because I'm gonna play D&D with myself here for a second. The way this lineup is insane. And Neuraxis, you'll actually be the first one on deck with Marble, so. And she, actually, I'm going to move her up. She has a higher dex than Elly, so, for sure. So 7 is actually just going to turn around, see all of you get almost hit, saw Neuraxis go flying, and is going to shoot 2 arrows, at this massive gorble that is here. Too many papers! Hey, DMs, don't do this to yourself. Okay. It's not hard to hit. Those both hit. So I'm going to roll damage, and he is actually going to back up 1 on this. These little guys, while I do that, these little guys actually act as pack. So they all go on the same initiative. 40 points of damage to this thing with 2 hits. Okay. 2 arrows. He doesn't even seem to register it. The metal plating, it's almost like it's made up of metal plates. There's nothing skin or bone on it. It seems like it almost looks mechanical in some ways. So these little guys, this one's going to attack Elly. This one's going to move up and attack Inlon. This one is actually going to move and flank this guy.
Oh, jeez.
This one's coming for Neuraxis. and flanking with this one. And these two are going to move around because these two are dead and come this direction. So, on Neuraxis, these things have these just heinous, gross, like ichor dripping claws, and they're just making these horrible, horrible noises. It is going to attempt to claw you for I don't think a 15 hits.
Nope.
Okay, so it just, and then it's going to bring its other claw around. It gets 2 claw attacks. That is a 17. I think that also misses. Okay.
Yeah, that misses as well.
It's like as high as your knee. They're considered small, so it's just like and just being absolutely gross and disgusting. The 2 flanking the human barbarian woman, Tarunda, are going to get advantage, and I think that hits her. Oh my god! Why didn't I make this easier on myself? Yes, that both hit. Okay, the damage isn't bad. So, but she's already really hurt. 8, okay. Ugh. Yeah, she's hurting. She takes gets one knee, one gets the other one, and these claw attacks land. This one, Elly's flanked on 3 sides, so she's gonna get hit. That's a natural 1. Miss on the 1. Miss on both of those, okay? And then the one against inline, his AC is stupid high. 1 hits for 7 points of damage. He's okay. And then these 2 after this elven man. That's another natural 1. These dice are going in the trash bin. Oh my god, that's another natural 1. Okay, they're done. No more. You're out. No more. No more dice, and he's gonna take some damage. Okay, yeah, he's hurting, but he's okay. Okay, that is, and all of you who are not currently engaged with these little creatures, they're almost like they're jumping up and trying to slash through places in the armor where they notice gaps. They're trying to rend open flesh that's already been cut. They're going straight for sources of blood. So, and you can see their mouths are just covered in blood and ichor. They're disgusting. And you just hear all that. It's terrible. I'm gonna hear it in my nightmares. All right, so Marble is next.
Yes. In the most Marble act possible, we're going big with Firestorm.
No.
Do Sam proud.
The gross little gremlin things, everything will burn. That's
fair. Okay.
So it's 15 squares that
my
have to
God.
be touching each other at some sector.
Okay.
This is going to be an incredible mess because I don't have an easy way to make
No,
this
you
appear
don't.
on.
Okay. Yeah, just give me squares or something.
That one. 4, 5,
Okay.
6. Do they have to go side by side, or can they go diagonally?
I think diagonal's fine. I'm gonna say diagonal's fine.
1, 2, 3.
Because it's almost like you're creating intersecting webs of fire.
It's like a lightning bolt.
13, 14, and 15, and just
Oh,
like a big
sweet.
crate, a big S basically. Like a crate.
I like
S
it.
for Sam.
Just
Yes, for Sam.
just explodes into fire.
All right.
DC 18 Dex.
And does the Gorble have to make a dex save for every square, or just one?
I think it's only affected once.
Okay. That's gonna be funny.
Yeah, just each creature in the area must make the Dex saving throw. So yeah, it's
3. He failed.
Yes.
I'm just gonna roll these out for these. They're based on the Witcher neckers or what they are. So
That's exactly what I was about to
yeah,
say.
yeah, they're little neckers. That's exactly what it is. That is a fail on that one. Natural 20. 17, fail. 12, 9, 19. So 2 have saved. Dirty 20 and a 21. So a few of them have saved. Do they take half damage?
I believe so. Oh god, it's... Where's it gone? Dexterity saving throw. Half as much on a success, yep.
Half as much on a success. Okay, so
Yep.
I'm just going to start punching these in. That is 29. Yeah, that one's saved, so half, this will be 13. He's looking bad. Some of them are in varying states of, he's dead. That one just is on fire and smoking. He saved, so... Yep. Watch Hallie do math.
Sorry.
No. It's all good. It's all good. And he is, ouch, hurting. Okay, they look... A lot of them look like they're one or two hits would take them out for sure. They're just little annoying... And this one that just went down is now dead on the corpse of this smaller minotaur that Elly had beheaded just as you all bamfed into this situation.
Oops. And someone looked injured. Where is
This woman right here is very injured.
They're close enough. Yes. Bonus action, 60 feet. Healing hug. Take... I know, 10. Take 10 hit points.
Got it. Okay. That'll help her. Yeah, she was hurting pretty bad. There's just this spectral... Marble. I almost said Spectral Sam, but I feel like it's the same person. Just shows up, and the woman goes, get it off of me! Too late. There's little green, like, energy bubbles that form around her.
No question, no warning. Just, you look hurt. These things are gross, so they get burnt, and you look hurt, so you get a hug. That seems like marble math.
That seems like marble math. I'm into it. Okay, she still can move. She is within his reach.
Moving will get her smacked, and that could be bad.
He has a massive battle axe, two-handed battle axe.
I'm risking it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm risking it.
What is Marble's AC?
No, not 18. That's spell save. Oh no, 18.
18.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
Also,
she's got a cloak and stuff.
Disadvantage using my reaction with my shield to kind of block her as she goes by.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good thing, because with disadvantage, it was a 13, so...
So I just imposed the Grace of the Forge between her. I just kind of shift my weight sideways and just kind of plant it down to scrape the battle axe and direct the blow kind of more in my direction so it doesn't fully hit either of us. It just kind of hits the shield and slides off.
The hit from the axe is so hard. If it were your old shield, you would probably be feeling that for days. But because this is a relic and because it is yours, the shield takes all of the blow and you're able to keep Marble from being hit by this humongous two-handed battle axe. Very nice. All right. Elly is up and surrounded. She gets 3 attacks. She's just going to wail on these things. She's registered people, but she's got bloodlust in her eyes and some literal blood and sweat, and there's a lot of things going on, so she hasn't turned around to see what is happening. She's more focused on these little fey creatures that are all around her. So that hits, and hits. So she's going to try to take this, they're called thorn hearts, these little creatures out. So that is going to be 13 plus 13. It's dead. Oh, nope, still has a few. One more. Yep, now it's dead. Just 3 slices, and on the last cut, she brings her battle axe around, almost underhanded, and just chops it from legs up and splits it in half. And the blood goes flying, and as soon as it hits the stones, it kind of sizzles and burns in place. But she has effectively killed that one. So now she's got 2 dead ones beside her and the one right in front of her that's still harassing her. Okay, so she's gonna stay put. She's gonna stay put. Ulrin.
So I am going to move up 1 to kind of flank this Necker and that guy. Or what are they called?
Thornheart.
Thornheart, okay. So flank that guy and the Minotaur. And is there any way I could tell like how hurt everybody is? Can I just do like a, I don't know, like a check to see if anybody needs like medical attention stat?
With your passive, you do notice that Tarunda, the human woman in the furs, is still, even with Marble's help, is still very hurt. And she's a, like, she looks like a Viking. She's just humongous, broad-shouldered, look like she could tank all by herself, but these things have been ripping into her left and right. The man beside her, he looks like half-elven, perhaps. It seems to be okay and is warding off the other ones to protect her. Elly looks alright. She's got some scrapes, but it doesn't look like she's taken the brunt of the damage. Inlon seems to be fine, and he recognizes you instantly and it just looks baffled, but in the heat of the moment can't really, come up with anything. And then this man is definitely some kind of wizard and is being hassled by these 2, but seems to be all right.
Can you summon an Araxis? Because I accidentally deleted him along with all the fire.
Yes. Sure.
Oh no, Narak!
Oh no! Oh god! Why?
Please, Dwarf Jesus, I'm badly hurt.
You hit that.
You went to
Oh,
another plane.
oh
Disappeared.
my god.
For my bonus action, I want to use the Grace of the Forge to request insight about the Minotaur.
Yep.
So I'm going to cause that, and it's a flash. Any enemy creature within 10 feet, which I think there's only 3, it looks like. It looks like there's one of the Thornhearts, the Minotaur, and this other Thornheart. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a 14 on the Minotaur.
So he fails, so he's blinded.
Okay. 12 on the one Thornheart right by you, and on the other side of the Minotaur, that is a 18.
Okay, so the 18 succeeds.
Okay. So
My DC was 18.
Blinded?
Yeah, blinded. So the Minotaur and the other Thornheart is blinded.
Okay.
For 1 round.
For 1 round.
And
Got
then
it.
I want to find out what the Minotaur is vulnerable to.
Ah, alright. Nothing.
Fuck.
Wait, now you know. Hey, new item, new new ability. Okay, automatically fails. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you don't get any. And this is your first time using this, so it's like getting just hit with a stream of insight almost, and the answer you get is nothing.
Gotcha. All right. So with that, I'm going to just grab like a piece of iron from my belt, just like a strip of iron. Hold it in my hand, and my hand kind of like flares up and gets really hot, and then the iron gets kind of melty, not too melted, but melty enough, and I just like slap it onto the Minotaur, and I cast heat metal.
Nice.
Okay.
If it'll let me.
Amazing.
So So I just caused it to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8 plus 1 because I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So 3d. And you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. So if it wants to try and, I don't know if it can drop its armor or is it made of metal? I don't know.
It's hard to tell. So that is a dirty 20 on the con save.
Okay. So. So it's fine. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
So it's glowing hot. It can't see.
It's red hot. It's blinded, and it has disadvantage on attacks and saving throws.
Jesus.
Or ability checks until the start of my next turn.
All right.
So let me roll the damage.
Yeah.
Can Neuraxis have initiative, please?
Oh, damn it. What were you?
I'll scroll. Bear with me.
Yeah.
Damn it. I deleted the fire and killed me. That's
Don't
not
do it.
19.
Okay.
Wait, scrying? No, I'm not scrying. What the fuck?
What is happening right now? Yeah, we'll have you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what is going on?
So
Technical
12
difficulties.
Okay, yeah, a lot of them.
plus 10, so
Okay.
22.
Ouch.
22 fire damage.
Yeah.
22 hot, red hot,
Red hot.
spicy sauce.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, he is so lit up, but there's like this almost not a cloud over his eyes, but just this like beam of light from where he got blinded by the shield. He's glowing. Inlon is trying to like hold his face back away from this creature. There's a lot going on there, so we will retcon. Ulrin, I don't know if you want to move, but
I did move.
you did move. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to move anymore because I think I'll get attacked.
From the Thornheart, you would. This, the Gorbel already used its reaction.
Okay. So I guess I can. Let's see how far I can move. Wow. 5, 10, 15, 20.
I love it when you do that because I'm just like, here it comes.
I will move around back here to kind of step
Okay.
between the Thornhearts and Elly,
Yes.
and like just kind of like nod in recognition to her, just kind of like, you know, probably a smile on my face, like happy,
Okay.
like a genuine smile, and then that guy, or they can go ahead and
He
make an
tries
attack.
to slash and he rolled a 3. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's just, he can't rend the metal of your armor enough. And as you move into her eye line, because she's so focused on what's going on and keeping another line of sight on Tarunda, who's heavily wounded, she sees you and she freezes in place. And it doesn't throw her off quite so much, but you see her almost falter in her step forward as she goes to swing around and aim another attack at the Gorbel. So that's about all she can kind of do in that moment. So Neuraxis, I apologize for that. What do you want to do?
It's fine. I killed myself. It's not. Oh god. Let's go save a wizard. Why not? We'll just clonk our way around to here.
Okay.
And I'll attack the one to my south.
Okay.
They've already been hit by fire.
Mm-hmm. All of these creatures are in different states of injured. None of them are at full hit points.
Let's try Great Weapon Master. Why not?
Okay.
17.
Hits.
21 magical slashing.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Let's do it again. Oh, 11,
Oh,
probably not.
no, unfortunately. It actually, you hit the first one, the first time around hard enough for it to kind of stumble, and then it sees you coming from the opposite way and just dances backwards a little bit.
And then I'll poke it with the armor.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. Jeez.
6 piercing,
Christ.
and then
Oh, come on.
another 4 piercing.
It is dead. It had 9 hit points left. It's
Cool. And I eat his soul.
Yeah. This seems to be a theme with Chris's characters.
It's where I get my power from. What did you...
Yep. Okay. The final thorn hits it right in the middle of the throat, and it just falls limp to the ground.
Yeah, it, like, dodges the second swing and just gets spikes in the head. Just...
Alright. Elly is now fully aware of what is going on and is a little like, whoa, okay then. Alright. End of your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
My turn!
Yeah, you again! God, how did that happen?
Deja vu, man. Well, I'm gonna blind everybody, and then I'll heat metal on the Minotaur, and then I'll...
So, this guy is going to move... Nope, he's not. He's going to reach kind of around Tarunda and go pop, pop, pop. And then one more and spend a key point and hit this thing 4 times to try to take it out. So we'll see what happens. Yep, that's a hit. That is a hit. So there's 2. Natural 1. Okay. So he's going to take it out probably with the first. 2. Yep. Okay. It's dead on the second hit. And he is then going to spend that last hit on the one above him. And hits. So just faster than what most of you can even track with your eyes. He just reaches around and poo-poo, misses on the third one. Doesn't matter because it falls dead. Swings around and kicks the one up above Tarunda right in the throat. And you see it kind of reel back and go... but it is still alive, and then he is going to go into patient defense. All right, Hazel.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up here. And I'm going to shoot with Nova at this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. 27.
That will most certainly hit.
Nice. So that 2, 6, and 4. Okay. Plus 7, 23 points of damage.
Ooh,
And 8 of
overkill.
that is necrotic damage, if that makes a difference.
Oh, the bolt actually just goes right through its chest cavity, and you can see a hole about the size of a softball through its chest.
Nice. And then I'm going to shoot my second bolt at the guy to my other side.
Okay.
Okay. 25.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Again, the same thing. And plus 15 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. It's alive, but not by much.
Okay. Anything else? Oh wait, can I just check this out? How much is he from me? Okay, yes, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna use this blood curse that I think I've literally never used, even though it was one of the first ones I've got. Oh, wait, before I do that, I need to know. Does this boy look like he has blood? The big boy.
Ooh. I'm gonna have you make a nature check on that.
Okay. Is he a Fey Fiend or Undead? Because then I get advantage.
Hit none. None of those.
Well, then it's just straight up. What does Hazel have? I don't think good. Oh, +6. Nice. Nature check. 8!
8. You don't see a bit of flesh on this thing, so it either has very protective armor or it is made of metal. You cannot tell from this angle.
Well, I'm gonna find out anyway, because I'm gonna try to cast my blood curse on him, and if it doesn't work, then I know for sure. I'm gonna try my blood curse of mutual suffering amplified.
Oh my god.
So if it would work, he would take damage if he hits me.
Okay. If he hits you. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I get a connection?
Yes you
I
do.
feel it has worked.
Yes you do.
Nice.
It is faint. But it is there.
Nice.
Yep.
And that is up. And it lasts for a minute, so.
Nice. Okay. Very good. End of your turn?
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so Inlon, sandwiched between all of everyone, just yells out, "They're allies! Don't attack them! Aim for the big guy!" And he is actually going to use his Aura of Protection, so Elly, Ulrin, and Neuraxis get +3 on all of your saves while that is up. So that is his bonus action, and that's on all saves. And then he is going to make 2 longsword attacks on the two-handed on the Gorbel, which is right in front of him. So yeah, that'll hit, and that definitely hits. Okay, so that's a D10. Wrong die. 8. Okay, it rends some of the metal, but doesn't seem to really get through, and you see a look of not fear on his face, but like a resolve to he needs to do something different to this thing. Okay, he is staying put. The wizard, who is kind of trapped between a bunch of people, but as Neuraxis, you can see him, wheels on you, and it's like he was gonna reach out and touch you, and then when Inlon says that, he backs off and just nods. And reaches out toward the Thornheart right in front of him instead.
I just snort at him through the visor.
Well, I mean, you are very scary in that armor. Like, let's let's be real there. And he is. God, I don't know how you spellcasters do this shit. Is that all he has?
I don't know either.
I have no idea at this point, I'll be completely honest. Yeah, I think he's just going to cast Firebolt at this thing and try to kill it. That'll hit natural 18. It's 3d10. At higher levels, 8, 14, 15. Oh, it's dead. He just smokes it. It's now this charred lump of disgusting ooze. And wheels on the other one. Okay, Alicia.
Is there only 3 more enemies?
You have 2 Thornhearts and the big guy.
Okay, we're still gonna do this. I'm just gonna move here.
Okay.
And then cast Chain Lightning.
Oh, motherfucker. Alright.
So dex save at all 3 because they're in
God damn. Okay.
30 feet of each other.
Thornheart by Elly is a 17. That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
The Gorbel is a 2. And the one by Huzan is a 19.
So yeah, everyone over 18 makes it.
Okay.
And they take 39 points of damage if full damage, and half if they don't. If they made it.
Half would be 16. Okay. So the one Thornheart by Elly dies. It just, you can see its bones, and then it's just ooze. The Thornheart that's left is still alive, but not by a whole lot. And this guy's gonna take 39. So, sorry, wrong thing. There we go. Okay, the lightning hits him, and through the glow of heat metal and the fact that he's blind, just there's a lot of light effects going on.
And that we're going back.
Around the corner.
Yep.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That is your turn. Yep. So this thing. All right. It is the Gorbel's turn. It is going to. God, it has. Let me see if it knows what to do here. Okay. It is going to wheel on Ulrin and make 3 great battle axe attacks on you.
Yay!
First one is a 14.
This is.
Second one is a 26.
That hits.
Third one is a 25.
That hits.
Okay. These are not magical attacks.
Okay.
Straight up melee. Math. First hit is 20 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Second hit is 30 points of slashing damage.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. This thing is a humongous weapon. Its blade alone is as big as you are. So the blade just comes around and rends your plate. You don't even have a chance to, like, try to block on the 2 hits. And that is all it's gonna do.
Even blinded and with disadvantage on his attacks?
Yeah, I rolled really, really high on the 2 hits. Well, the one was a
Jesus.
natural 20. So,
Gotcha.
with the disadvantage, it made it an 18. Yeah. Yeah, these hit really hard. It has been wounded, so there's that. And the, this is 1 round, y'all. So just be ready. Alright, she is hurt. She's raging. Yep, she's gonna bring her big 2-handed longsword around as she moves up. And kind of almost is staggering at this point, but she's gonna move and try to hit it. That'll hit. And that'll hit. Okay. So. Ouch. That's a 12 on a d12, so 26 points of damage. She does okay. Okay. Sorry. Math. This thing is starting to... Some of the pieces of its plate are kind of falling off. And you can see it starting to kind of... And there's just steam coming out from its helmeted visor. So back around to the top. 7 is going to use his bonus action to mark Slayer's Prey and pull out 2 force arrows and make 2 shots. Natural 20 and a 22, so those both hit. 54 points on the first arrow. And on the second, 28 on the second. That first arrow, this force arrow, hits it right almost like where you would imagine its collarbone would be. And you watch this mini explosion underneath the plates, and 2 pieces of plate armor go flying in opposite directions. He's blown a hole open in the armor with that crit. And now it is quite wounded. Okay. There's one little guy left. He's going to swipe at you, Neuraxis, 3 times. That's a miss. It was a natural 7 plus 5, so no, 12. 15 and
Nope.
a natural 20.
I will hellishly rebuke him.
Okie dokie. So that is 5, 10, 13 points of slashing damage, non-magical.
So,
And
12.
you can do as you will.
I hope the answer is kill him, but we'll... I have no choice. I have to cast it at 5th level. That's
Okey-dokey.
how warlocks work.
Right. So dex
So,
save.
Yeah, DC 18 or 29 fire damage.
Ay. No, that's a fail. He got a 14.
Nope.
29? He's dead.
Get fried, buddy. Oh, which gives me back the temporary hit points he just took from me.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, you only had 21, so he is... These little guys, as soon as they die, they just turn into gelatinous goo. There's nothing left of the forms other than puddles. And they're slightly kind of smoking like acid on the stone. So
This
he's...
chamber must smell lovely.
Oh, I'm sure it smells great.
Oh god, I just cooked one. That's not good.
Marble is up. These guys are all dead.
Yes, Moonbeam on the big boy. Where is it? Does it make any difference at high levels? Oh god.
Spells.
At higher level, additional d10s. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, well, no, we've got plenty left. Let's go for a 4th level Moonbeam.
All right.
On just like literally just on the Gorble.
Okay. Does he have to make a save or anything?
I think it's the first time he enters or on his turn.
On its turn. Okay. I can never remember that one.
Yeah, when a creature enters the spell's area for the first turn or starts its turn there.
Okay. So there's light. There's just all kinds of... You all could put on your own pyrotechnic show really easily. Cat.
We actually did once.
Yeah, that's true. You did. That's right.
That's true. The next speech, I need another light show. Just. Oh no, we need Volcar back. Oh, that.
Aww.
No, God, no, I'm
Oh,
sad.
no.
That's not good.
Okay. So is Marble staying put? I'm assuming.
Yes, we'll just like move forward to target it and then just stay behind 7.
Probably a good idea. So Elly is going to move past you, Ulrin, now that some of this has opened up. And she just ducks out of the way and is going to come around to flank with Inlon and try to... She has advantage anyways, but because it's blinded, but that is not her worry right now. That hits. And those natural 16s on the advantage, so that's definitely going to hit. So she is going to... 22 points of damage. It's looking pretty rough at this point. Alright, Neuraxis. Oh, you might be muted or something. There. Okay.
I will just circle this thing because flanking is always nice.
Yep.
Does it look very injured? What do we?
Okay, I'll give you this. It is the armor is starting to be pulled off, and that hole that Seven blew through it, you can now see that. I'll give you this. Underneath of it, the metal of its armor seems to be welded to its flesh. And it is now smoking and alight and looking hurt.
Okay, we won't bother with the other trick then. Let's just hit him. Let's just. Let's try Great Weapon Master with advantage. Why not? 26.
That hits.
For 29 magic slashing.
Oh my god.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
That's another 23.
Jesus Christ, how do you want to do this?
Oh god, okay. We won't bother with the armor spikes. It's
Or
like,
we will.
that turns into like Mortal Kombat. That's not.
Finish him.
I think it's because this thing is like obviously even bigger than Norax. It'll like smash into the back of one of its legs to like bring it down to one knee, and then just two-hand the sword, like dead center of the face, just straight down like he's chopping a log. Like,
oh, that's nasty.
Yep.
That is nasty, and it kind of.
Yeah, there's like no showboating. No, it's just like pure function, just straight into the face.
Oh man.
And we're done. Like,
everyone is kind of. And it takes everyone a second to kind of register what just happened. Yeah, you all now get a look at what Noraxis saw, and its plates are literally welded to its flesh. It is made of metal in some aspect. Yeah, y'all took that down from 300 points in not even a round and a half. So.
Woo!
My blood curse didn't even go
I'm
off.
sorry.
for a horrible minute, I thought it wasn't welded on until Ulrin had heated it up, and that was like a horrible,
Yeah.
like.
Oh.
My bad.
Ugh.
Well, it did half health me, so
That's
It did.
fair.
it
Yeah.
did 60 points of damage to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it was bad. It hits. It's 6d8.
And one of the hits missed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It does 68 damage on a hit. So from here, now that the gore bull is dead, you all see Elly and her companions kind of, and Ulrin, Inlon comes over to you and he claps his hand on your shoulder and he says, "It's been a long time."
I don't even react to him. I just like drop everything and run over to Elly and just pick her up and just hold her.
She freezes in your arms. She's heavier than you remember. She's built on a lot of muscle mass since. That was me.
So have I. It's okay. It's okay. I don't judge.
And she kind of just taps you, like on the side of the neck. Okay, that's. Maybe just give me a second here.
Okay, I'll put her down.
It was either that or punch you across the face, which I'm reserving the right.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Just kind of. This isn't. Spins around and looks at the rest of her group. Kind of registers the rest of you, but is really focused on Ulrin. She looks over at Inlon. He's real, right? Like I'm not. And Inlon just nods. Yeah, they kind of appeared out of. Where did you appear from? Where did that even?
Hello.
Norex just like peels up his visor. It's just like Craghammer. just it's like like grabs hold of a horn and is like trying to like chop it off. like
Yeah, I'll grab my shield and hammer and pick it back up, kind of defeated, and just kind of like walk over and be like, "Hey, we Alton, and figured out what all has transpired in Craghammer since we've been gone, or since I've been gone, and a lot of things that were broken have been fixed in the society, so that's nice."
Right. She just kind of wipes the there's blood dashed across her face and tries to wipe it aside. She needs help and limps over to her friend, the human woman who is now kind of propped up against this column, and starts to kind of bandage her up and just, what were you thinking? Why would you go after that? And they start bickering back and forth, and the source of the argument seems to be, it sounds like Tarunda went after this thing by herself and got hurt because of it.
I'll walk over and I'll cast Cure Wounds on Tarunda.
Okay. Yeah, she was down to low 20s from 112, so she was hurt. How much on that?
21 points of healing.
Okay, that's better. A couple of the she's actually almost missing, it looks like, a chunk of flesh towards the back of her neck, and that kind of heals over. It scabs, but it's healing. And some of the wounds on her hands and everything. This guy comes over and does introductions, and he says, "So I'm buying the half-elven asshole over there is Huzan." Huzan just goes, "Fuck you too, buddy." And then he says, "You apparently know." I'm not even gonna ask how you know Elly and Tarunda, and you apparently also know Inlon, and who the fuck are all of you?
I'm Hazel.
Great.
I'm Noraxis. He's just like waving the horn, like massive horn in one hand, like hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Elisha.
Marble introduces herself with like a blindside magic hug to the injured person. It's just like,
Seven puts his bow away, and he's really looking at you, Ulrin, like what? Looking to you for a cue.
Well, I'm Ulrin Bronzegrip. I'm from Draghammer. I know Elly from, well, I don't know, forever. I mean, we grew up together essentially. Our father worked at the forge, and kind of taught me some things, and yeah.
So you're the one who got her locked up down here.
Norax just like puts a hand on Ulrin's shoulder. It's like, ooh. As soon as the guy's like, "Ugh."
Yeah, this guy is bristling. He is a bald-headed human or half-elven. You're not sure. His ears are pointed, but only just. But he carries himself like a human. So mostly bravado and swagger, and is wearing tattered monk vestments that you can... Actually, everyone make a... Alicia, I'm not going to have you make this because you know where he's from. The rest of you, I'm going to have you all make Make history checks.
$16.
Okay.
15 for Marble.
13. Okay. Seven got a 17. For some of you and Alicia recognize this instantly because it's the vestments of the Cobalt Soul. but they're really in bad shape. Like he's not changed his clothes in a very long time, and he is kind of bristling at all of you a little bit. And Elly, just everybody, just calm the hell down for a second. They're fine. If they're with Ulrin, they're fine. If you dig around, can someone help me dig around on this big guy? And she goes over and just starts like diving her hands into its body.
I'll help.
I'll
Oh,
help.
yeah, sure. I'll do the
Enough for everyone to go around.
lifting arms. Norax just like lifts up an arm so Hazel can like root around in pockets and stuff. It's just like,
Oh, thank you.
She says, yeah, it's not going to be on or in his armor. It's how we get out of here. Because we've been fighting this thing for, I don't even know. I've lost complete track of time down here. And as she says that, you all hear this like clanging noise from beneath or underneath the floor and the flagstones. It sounds like machinery clanking together, and she goes, no, great, we're fucked. Great, that's great. That's fantastic. Just dig faster. So anyone who wants to dig, make an investigation check.
Can I use the shield now since I've defeated it to figure out like its purpose, or what was it that the shield said?
Yes. Make either an intelligence check or a history check, whichever you have better number in, and take it with advantage because of the shield.
Okay.
Noraxis, what the fuck?
I find nothing.
You find grossness. Yeah.
It's just like not paying attention, just like
Bang! Yeah. Noraxis
Oops,
drops
sorry.
the arm on Hazel. There you go.
15.
Get me out of here!
You are, yeah, from underneath his arm. Yeah, it's a massive arm.
it's like
You
the
are-
visor falls in front of his face and it lift it and like it's just a whole
I
like
just disappear under the arm.
Ulrin, you know of minotaurs. They're prevalent in the Underdark. This one is a little... You've never seen one like this before. Elysia, they are probably looking for... And this is a tale you have heard of, these armored, massive minotaurs that the Illithid make. They take minotaurs that they've killed, they weld metal to their flesh, and then they turn them into machines of destruction and chaos. And if you get locked in one of the Gorbul's labyrinths, the way to get out before time resets itself and you fight it all over again is to find the gemstone by its heart and activate it.
Guess I'll go look at the heart then. Or try and climb up and find the heart, because I'm guessing it's a lot bigger than me.
It's a much bigger than you. You're going to need... Inlon kind of boosts you up. It has 3 hearts.
don't fall in its chest cavity. That's not...
Do I know where the hearts are?
Yeah, they're all together.
Okay, that was gonna be like, if they're in separate places, I'm gonna like point out so other
there's
people
2
can
in its
help.
chest and 1 in its butt. No, they actually are chained together.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm gonna try and... I have a dagger, so I'm gonna try and... I have 4 daggers, let's be honest.
It's messy. The smell is really bad. Inlon's gonna get up there and help you, and he says, what are we looking for? What are we doing?
I'll explain that. We're
Okay.
looking for the...
Okay. You start digging around, and you do just as the floor starts to turn dark, you find a emerald like this big. And Elly, when she sees that, says, put it in the brazier! Put it in the brazier!
I'll throw to someone who is next to the brazier because I am far away.
Just
Probably
hand it to
Noraxis.
me.
Yeah,
Give
handing
it
it
to
to
Noraxis.
Noraxis.
I go, I like take like 3 paces and just like slam dunk
Pretty
the
much.
thing. Like,
She points to this massive stone statue of a minotaur that has a brazier between its 2 hands.
Go far. Nope. Yeah.
boom.
Okay. And you put it in there. It locks into place. It is not fully round, the gem comes to a point on the bottom, and you set it right into the holding on the brazier, and you hear it click into place, and then you start hearing more whirring, but it's coming from all sides now. And just as the floor was turning dark, you see this cascade of light be pushed through the stones. It's like they're changing color, chameleon style. And you just see Elly go, "Oh, thank God. Oh my God. We've been down here for days trying to get out."
Probably a lot easier now that you've been declared innocent of any crimes. It's like...
Hooray!
And she's looking at you again, Ulrin. Is he serious?
I'll just nod.
It's
Kind of like kick the dirt with my boot.
Oh, pout later. Good God. And turns around, and we're getting out of here. I'm assuming if you all could get in, you can get out.
He just points at Elijah, like...
Hi.
Hi.
It's just...
You have to understand, this is we're all very tired, and this is very weird. And he's standing here and is pointing at Ulrin. I'm confused. And...
Why is he confused?
Welcome to the club.
Right. Yeah, great.
So how do we get out of here?
Well...
I teleported us here, so we have to use the other teleport thing.
The brazier?
Yeah,
Or
and
what happened?
all of that.
Marble's just like, oh, find a tree. Like...
Yeah,
There are
before,
no
we,
three.
before we go, though, and you see her toss a bag at Bayan, go get it. And he nods and scurries off into this room down here. Give him a minute, and then we can get out of here. It's what we came for,
Okay.
anyways.
Yeah, because we never found out if there was a person limit on the...
Nope.
Nope. Let's find that out.
We'll learn now.
We'll learn.
He comes back after a couple of minutes, bag much heavier than when she tossed it to him. Looked like it was empty. Slings it over his shoulder, puts his arm around Tarunda, kind of does that like duck and hold her up thing. Okay, we're getting the fuck out of here. Wizard. Is that what we're doing?
We're doing something.
Oh dear God. Okay, can't be as bad as being trapped in a Minotaur's labyrinth, so sure.
And I'm gonna try to use the thing, or the ability, teleport, and... Where should we teleport at? She asks everyone.
Elly just votes for somewhere safe.
That was kind of implied.
How big was Ulrin's dining room? Will we all fit? Or is
Probably.
that a bad idea?
Not
He's like, I don't...
Craghammer. I'm not going back there.
Let's just go back to our stronghold.
Joran!
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
That
Let's
house
go to
that
our-
they have.
Let's go to our
Now
place.
business
Yeah.
completely finished in Craghammer?
To the
Well, I guess-
fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Man,
Okay, let's go.
I should not have sent that package there. It's never gonna make it.
That feels like an age ago, doesn't it?
Let's go!
Let's go! The stone that you have from Istis glows ever so slightly, just a little bit of kind of a purplish golden hue that you associate with her, with Ioun. And there is this vortex of energy. And Elly, just before you all disappear, Elly looks at you, Ulrin, and she just grabs your hand.
I was gonna say everyone grab hold to me, or like,
Yeah.
I was gonna shout that before I... Me or someone else was grabbing onto me. Make a
Rex
conga
puts his
line.
entire hand on the top of your head. Just like, boom.
Just like palms you.
Yeah. And like sticks his arm out for everyone to hold on
There
to.
you go.
It's like,
Yeah.
Just- like,
Make a conga line.
basically, yeah. Just like,
just a little bit of contact between everybody. Yeah, so you all kind of get in that, and that vortex opens up, and you land in snowy, sunlit Joren. Kind of.
Who are we missing?
Everyone's here.
Okay, good.
Oh god, my arm. No, there's not.
Yeah, oh shit! The village is gone.
Oh,
But
what?
are we in the wrong spot?
In front
or...
of all of you is those are the mountains. But everything's gone.
Did we
Like there's a
teleport to the
crater,
wrong
or there's
place?
just no evidence.
It's just not there. It just looks like a field. Even the bridge leading over the small river to get you into Joren, and that's where you kind of figure that's where you would have landed, but it just doesn't exist.
Did we try time travel?
I mean, 2
She's
months
gonna-
have passed, but that's not. We knew that.
Yeah,
We're
but
in-
like,
way in the past.
yeah, is this
Joren hasn't
before?
even been built yet.
God, I
Right.
hope not. I don't want to live through all of it again.
Jesus
think-
Christ.
Neuraxis just looks pissed off. It's like, someone stole our house. Like,
Someone stole our town.
I am not. Like, this is not okay.
Elly
Man,
goes,
we've
"No,
never
wait,
even used that stronghold for anything.
is there like
Yeah.
is there like a bunker, or is there like a secret entrance?"
No.
I bet Dust did it. I might kill Dust. Who disappeared the town? He's like,
I have detect magic left. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Cast detect magic. Okay. At what level?
It is a level 1 spell.
I'm just.
But I
I
can-
feel like it's an accurate question with as high level as you all are getting.
Yeah, but it can't do anything at higher levels, so it's
Okay.
a level 1 spell.
Oh, okay.
swear.
Yes, you get illusion magic. Just illusion magic. That's all you're getting.
Oh, I am then walking straight forward towards where I know our house is. I'm guessing my memory is good enough.
Yes, your memory is good enough, and you hear. So you are walking over a snow-covered field, but you hear the sound of your boots walking across wood.
Yeah, I'm just like walking
Okay.
towards where I think our house is and in the door of what I think. Like,
Okay. She just
if I'm
starts
crashing
over.
into something, that is my fault.
I will say that you bump your knee on what feels like stone.
Yeah.
And then kind of as you reach out, you feel the well in the middle of the town square. It's like you're feeling around in the dark almost, right? When you're looking for the light switch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You just watch Alicia just like
you alright there, bud? He's
I'm
like-
fine.
I don't look, Elijah. I know we've been through a lot. It's okay.
It
Should
is
we
all
dispel
here.
it?
It's just
Or
He just like leans down to Hazel, like, did she hit her head while I wasn't looking? Like,
oh shit.
Maybe
Hazel,
it's a
And I'm gonna-
wizard thing.
off in the distance, you hear your name. Kind of coming from the right,
Hello?
almost like to the right of Alicia,
It's me.
like 20 feet
Alexis.
away, and you
I'm hearing
hear...
voices.
Well,
Is that what you hear? Oh my goodness.
yeah, you all hear it.
oh,
Hazel?
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And out of the field from nowhere is your mother. Anna is standing there just gaping at you.
he just points at city thief. He's just like,
Hazel just stands there, wide-eyed, not saying anything.
Neuraxis just advances on this poor woman. Like,
And then Hazel just, I think Hazel just turned, like, what is around us? Is there like just open field?
Yeah, it looks just like this.
I think Hazel then just literally ducks behind Neuraxis and hides behind him.
clunk, clunk.
You do see.
You know, obviously not actually hiding, but just like standing behind him, just
Right.
like, I was not prepared.
Neuraxis, you do see the woman's face kind of drop a little bit, and she's just wringing her hands together, and she says, "No, I understand. It was supposed to be a good surprise, not a. I should have thought about this. I'm gonna go. Yeah," and she vanishes back into the field and is gone again.
God, it's like trying to grab like.
Yes.
It's like, Hazel, you saw that too, right? He's like,
Hazel doesn't answer. She's just like kind of clutching the back of your armor and just standing there, just like a deer in headlight, basically.
Okay.
he like stops and like turns around and kneels down. It's like one massive hand on your shoulders, like just forming like a huge shield between you and whatever was behind. Like, hey,
She like doesn't jump when you put your hand on her.
are you okay? Did the same thing that got Elijah get you?
She just says very quietly, "That was my mother."
Oh. Does she normally disappear towns?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in over 10 years.
He like starts looking where she went. Like, I'll find her. It's fine. Like, you stay here. I'll go look for her. He's just like putting his arms out, trying to like copy Elijah and
Kind
find
of bump into a building.
Hazel's mom. Come back. Where?
Yes, Elijah.
Is it invisibility? Would I know that? Because I remembered I can use my arcana to see invisible things within 10 feet of me.
This is a little bit more of an advanced spell. You do get hazy
Okay.
outlines as you focus. You get some hazy outlines so you can see where the well is now that you ran into, and you do see the faintest outline of the stronghold.
Yeah, because I just remember I had my third
Yes,
eye
you have
thing,
your
and I hadn't.
arcane eye.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't
Third
think
eye
it's gonna
blind.
help. Unless ethereal sight would help, but I don't think it will. So.
Elly is really now looking at you, Ulrin, like, what the fuck? Is this what happened? Like, it's just... we have a lot of ground to cover. Oh my god.
Should I, would I, possibly... Do we want to dispel this, or should we just find out why the town is cloaked in a odd veil?
I'm gonna find our stronghold door.
Okay.
After
yeah,
we're
you
fumbling,
can-
and just like open it and be like, let's try and go inside and see if it helps. And then we
you
talk to someone.
open the door and you can see inside the stronghold.
Let's go in, and that instead of dispelling something that probably took hours to create.
I think Marble very calmly is like, someone's hallucinated your town. I just thought, like, she has hallucinatory terrain, so she's just like, someone's like.
Yeah, that seems about right, actually. Yeah, you can see right into the stronghold, Elijah, and you see your dad seated at a table with Tyrax, and they both look up as you come in, and you see the woman who'd popped out of the illusion just as she walks up to Tyrax and was getting ready to tap him on the shoulder.
I run over to my dad and hug him.
Okay, and he goes, "Oh my god,
As
my
you
girl,
do.
we didn't know what had happened. It's been months."
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, okay, get everyone
Sorry.
in here and shut the door
Yeah.
very quickly.
Naraxis like goes back and holds Hazel's hand and just like leads her into the bit. It's like keeps her behind him. It's like it's okay. Look, I found her, and just starts like very
Takes-
slowly and carefully
Takes
just
very like stiff steps, like not letting go of the Rex's head, but just walking very like mechanically, and just staring basically, not saying anything, not even saying hello as she enters the room, which you know that means she's really shaken up because that's classic Hazel.
So, you all, the stronghold looks fine. Definitely repairs have been made. Sorry, I have a Bailey yelling at me. Hi, baby. Hi. So some pillars have been reconstructed. With all of the commotion now, you do see several familiar faces. Bull and Berna come out. Her wounds have healed up over the last several months very nicely. She has full use of her arm again, or at least most use of her arm. So they are kind of aghast looking at all of you. Alicia's father and Hazel, you do see tumbling out of a room from the upstairs your brothers, followed by your father. Your brothers are tall, lanky. Kale in particular is missing a chunk of off the top of his right ear. But toe-headed in that lanky, older teenage, young adult kind of way. Like they still haven't fully grown into their limbs. And they're all just gaping at all of you. Awkward silence. T-Rex stands up. You all are a divine sight for sore eyes, that's for sure. Apologies for the illusion. It was Urik's idea to keep the banner march off of your tails.
The whom? The
Vasselheim.
We're bad guys now.
The Council of the Continents.
Ah.
The traitor thing. If we get out of this scenario, and he kind of winks at all of you alive, we may have a civil war brewing, so it's fine.
It's not our fault we got trapped in another plane.
And that is a story for a different... We'll have the time. This illusion is up until you tell Urik and Drake Thunderbrand to disband it. Very long story. But I believe I have something of yours. And he just motions to a completely black box that is sitting on a small side table.
Thank you.
Right.
T-Rex, we just got back. You can't give her homework. That's not cool.
I think she's going to want it, though. I mean...
I want my homework. I've wanted this homework for a long time.
Elijah always wants homework. That's not the same thing. Damn it, Ulrin. Stop trying to be cool in front of your girlfriend. It's not okay.
She looks totally baffled by all of this, and there's a little bit of... Like, you can almost see the mental calculations happening as she is placing the Ulrin she knew with the Ulrin who stands before her, crowded amongst a lot of other people. And hey, also, there's a bunch of strangers here, and where the fuck is here anyways? Like, all of that is kind of running through her brain. And her eyes just keep flicking back and forth between Ulrin and then over to Alicia and then over to the blue tiefling and then back and forth. And she's right. Is there a room? And you see Alicia's dad stand up and go, oh, yes, and he sees injured Tarunda. So that group is going to go off for a little bit to give you all space and to help me not talk to myself so much. So, so they take Tarunda to go get bandaged up better. And Elly taps you on the shoulder before she goes. Ulrin, she says, we will talk.
All right.
Also, come here. Come here. And she just plants a kiss right on your forehead and then punches you in the jaw.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. And she misses because my armor class is so high.
Nope.
Damn it.
It's not hard.
All right. Well, I tried.
Yeah, take both of those and go. And she takes Tarunda
Oh,
upstairs.
I will.
My goodness.
Mm.
All right. So, wow.
Ulrin needs to be alone, right? It's been so long.
Oh no.
I love her. Nah, in all seriousness, though, I probably probably like a single tear, and then after she punches me, I'll just
Real tears.
kind of.
It hurts.
These are tears of joy, not tears of pain. I'll just kiss her on the cheek and just nod, and I'll hand her a couple healing potions from my personal stash. I think I have 6, so.
Okay. There's a lot.
Cleric.
Yeah.
I don't really need them.
No.
You guys keep divvying them up and giving them to the cleric. It's like, guys, come on. I have my own stuff, so I'll give her 3 of them.
Okay.
They're just the lesser one, or the regular healing potions.
Fine.
They're not
She says that'll hopefully be enough to set her. She got busted in the kneecap. Yeah, I'm gonna take her up, and she leaves you all to it. T-Rex is just pointing at the box and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna let you touch that because it got mad at me when I tried to." Yeah. Anyways.
I'm going to my homework.
Okay. It is in a pure black box. It looks like he was trying to protect it. There's a lid on the top that you can lift up and set off to the side. It's made of glass. And inside is a book covered in dark blue leather. The strap around it locking the cover in place. The lock is made out of 3 lapis lazuli. They look like teardrops or raindrops. And the fabric around it is leather and gold thread. It just looks like a book.
Can I open the lock, or do I need to do something?
Yes. You can... I'm actually going to have you make an intelligence check.
Oh no. This might actually be bad. We'll see.
Okay. 12's fine. This is like the other relics. You'll need to attune to it. But for you, attunement happens instantaneously.
Oh, okay.
And you know that this is... you are the only person who can open this because it is yours. This is the Tome of the Roaring Ocean. So I am going to go ahead and give you that card. So it should be in your journal now. For everyone else, it's up on the screen on the stream. It's held shut by this clasp that looks like droplets of water. You do know that instantly, if someone else were to open it, they would take 12d6 force damage. And if it were to kill them, it would turn them into a puddle.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I want to be a puddle.
So,
The sweet release of death. Just
you are resistant to cold damage now. So you are resistant to cold damage. When you cast a spell that deals cold damage, you deal an extra 1d6. And I just realized there's a spelling error on here, so I'll get you the correct card. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? However, there is a penalty to this book because it is so powerful. You do have disadvantage on saves against poison damage and the poisoned condition. As poison is the opposite of water, and because this is a water-attuned book. This has 7 charges. It regains 1d4 plus 1 charges daily at dawn, and you can expend charges to cast spells that include Cone of Cold, Fire Shield, only the Chill Shield on that, Sleet Storm, Water Breathing, And if a spell can be cast at a higher level, you add charges equal to the higher level casting. This also contains descriptions of every powerful being of elemental water, so you would instantly be able to locate information on those beings should you run across them.
Nice.
So
This is so cool.
this is, yeah, I'll fix that spelling error. I promise. That's pretty funny.
No, I like
That's
it.
pretty
Let
good.
it stay.
Damn it! So this is the final relic. Unless you all want to try to go fetch the scroll from Kymel at some point.
That made Gilmore's cousin super magic.
That made a
Yeah.
dragon. Yeah, it made a dragon! So this is yours, and Elysia, as you attune to this item, this little...
Oh, I need to pick something to be unattuned to, I remembered.
You may have to unattune to something, yeah.
I have to something.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
but I'll figure that out.
yeah, you'll figure it out. And you all can see it, but for Elysia, she instantly gets hit with the smell of sea salt and ocean and brine. And you all watch as this very faint outline of a large barrel-chested man kind of appears beside her. He's almost completely transparent, but he's got long white hair, and he blinks at you for a minute, Elysia, and he says, "You'll need it."
Thank you.
Use it well, and beware the woman in the green cloak. You may want to check. And he just fades out. Elly comes back downstairs after a few minutes. Hazel, your family is kind of lingering on the outskirts. They're not fully sure what to do. So...
Yeah, samesies.
Yeah.
Well... The entire time she's just been standing there staring at them. Like, while Elysia had this, like, great moment with her Tom, she was just standing there looking at them, just not doing anything.
Rex is just standing in the way. Like,
I'll walk.
like, between Hazel and these people, just like, no.
No, that's fair. Tyrax does pull you all aside for a minute. So I'm just gonna borrow them, and he fills you in a little bit. Says, so you've been gone for a while. When you disappeared from this plane, Yurik had tried to check on all of you at once and couldn't track you down. So we assumed something was going on, and he sent me to get the tome from the giants. It was... Let's just say I don't ever want to do that again. So, okay. Very good, Elysia. He says, so the... a lot's happened. Yurik is running interference with the Banner March without provoking them more. They're more inclined to listen to him. The Oracle has passed away. So it's been a little odd to deal with some of that as well. He's trying to distract them by searching for a new Oracle, which hasn't happened in an age. It's kind of... So for a real world comparison, it's kind of like picking a new pope. The oracles all get locked into... Potential oracles all get locked into a building, and then they have to vote on... at the Augur Assembly, and vote on the next oracle. So he is preoccupied with that. The Pantophical is there, so Allura is also assisting. There's been a lot of politics going on.
So is Oracle a title, or are there a whole bunch of people with oracular power that then vote for...
Both.
It's not like a Kwisatz Haderach situation where someone special is born and is declared the Oracle.
Well, you know what's interesting is that actually Dust is there right now. So, well, you know she has powers.
Yes.
So she was called by her order to be a representative. She does not want the role, but if they choose her,
oh dear,
should be interesting. So it's a lot of politics. The village was hidden. We had been, once you all kind of fell off of the face of the plane, I suppose, we decided to go ahead and start sowing. Well, I had sown it previously. I apologize for not telling you all, but we've kind of let people believe that the village has become mobile, not wanting to stay where the curse of Arhana had been sown, playing on the whole cursed lands, farmlands kind of a thing, find new fertile ground, so that people wouldn't suddenly question so much why the village had just disappeared. Gosh, what else? Oh, Alicia, the doctor is back. He's working with your mother and his mentor. He will want to talk to you. You all brought people. Just kind of like looking at Elly. It's new people.
Aye, they're friends.
Figured as much. Was hoping you wouldn't drop an enemy into the middle of the... Got it. So, yeah, that's been a lot. But you have the tome. So what's next?
Elisha's just reading through, like, going through the entire thing right now, and not just focusing on anything other than...
Okay.
Tyrax, could you get the scroll?
The one in Kymel? Perhaps, but that's going to... I don't know what you all have gone through with the other items, but that one being in the hand of the Margrave is a complication. And who would wield it? You're missing a member.
I was hoping it might help get them back.
I can
Something
try.
Took him beyond a door.
I just assumed he'd gone back to the bards, or I didn't want to poke a sore spot. But if he's missing, we don't have an oracle. If we had an oracle, we could track him down. I will find an answer for you. And he immediately starts penning a letter. I'm going to reach out to Yurik and see if we can't. And he turns and looks at Elysian and just hands you a small stack of parchment. That's the only safe way to contact Yurik right now. No spells, no regular letters, just that. So there are 5 sheets of this this paper that he gives you. It'll go straight to him, and there will be no evidence once you finish it.
Can we scry? I need to check on some people.
I can't today. Oh, maybe I can.
No, but if it's
Today.
not safe to communicate with magic, is it safe to...
I would assume right now that anything as far as soothsaying, farsight, is going to carry an amount of risk, but scrying does anyways. So that would be your call. I am set up to communicate with people that we need to in manners that are safe, because Yurik is smart enough to put those precautions into place. Past that, what you do is... Right now, everything is on tenterhooks. Everyone is just waiting for either you all to do something, or they're waiting on Vasselheim, because without an enemy to point at, you all got branded enemy number 1.
It's been a long time since I've had a war.
You might get it.
Would I know if I could scry on Volcar, or do I know that that wouldn't work because we're on like different planes?
You don't know where he is, so you can
Okay.
certainly try.
Didn't we? It was when we tried that we saw the crazy stone door.
Yeah, and that's
that
why I was
then?
asking.
Yeah.
But you also did it in a remnant plane, so that adds a third level of contention there.
All right. Then I'm just gonna go to a corner, sit down, and focus, and try and scry on Volcar.
Okay. You have things of his. I'm going to assume you either have a book or something.
Yeah.
Having been with him for so long. Okay. I always have to read this. Yeah. Okay. So first hand, yep, and you don't have a body part, but you do have an object.
Body part?
That's
I really hope not.
You do have a possession.
No, possession.
Yeah, you do have a possession. Okay. Wisdom, right?
Yeah, wisdom, and they get a -9, it looks like, because
-9,
connection
yep.
and garment.
Okay. So regular would have been 3. Nope, that's the wrong sheet. I need the correct one. Pulled up Torkel's and I was like, that's not right. He's a negative modifier. He hasn't been leveled. Let me think about this. Okay, yeah, I highly doubt he's gonna be able to do anything. No. So the connection is made. He failed that save. Okay. That out-of-body moment happens. There's a flash of heat that you recognize as the heat of the forge as your connection is made through the Allhammer, through Fortubo's energy, and it lands in a very dark, cramped space. The sensor that's created, you can see dark walls. You're not sure if it's wood or it's hard to kind of make out the details because this area is pitch black for the most part. And you hear squeaking. And then you see a rat come out from the corner. And when it goes by your sensor, you just hear, and you see this hand smack the rat into the wall. And
Nice.
you recognize the signet ring that Volcar used to wear.
Ooh, backhand.
Yeah, it flies and hits the wall and just crumples, its little body broken. And when you can kind of turn your sight a little bit, it's almost like spinning the sensor around, you see Volcar wearing ragged clothes, manacled to the wall, sitting. His right foot is manacled to the wall, and his beard has grown out long. The braids have all come undone. He looks haggard, but he looks like that fire is there still. And I am actually going to... okay. You see him blink, almost like he looks right at the sensor for just a second. And then he blinks again and he rubs his eyes. I've been down here too long. Seeing things. Fucking rats. And he's just sitting against the wall. You can kind of see, it looks like he's in some kind of a cage or a cell. You're not entirely sure. You see an empty plate with a little bit of food crumbs. It looks like that was what the rat was going for. And that's all you get. The area past him, out past the cell, you don't know if it's a door, if it's bars, but you can't see anything beyond that.
Okay. I guess I'll stand up and just kind of relay that to everybody. I saw Volkar, he's in a cell of some kind. There's a rat there. Can I make like a stone cunning check to see if I know where that stone would be?
It's going to be difficult, but you can definitely do it. It's a history check with advantage. Okay.
14.
Okay. It's not as dark as it was down there. It's somewhere subterranean,
Gotcha.
or something along those lines. You were getting very little sound or sight cues as to a location. Because it was focused on him, he looked okay. He's been down there a while. And I will say that the other thing that you noticed after you're kind of going over it in your mind again is that on his other hand, and you just mistook it for, because he always wore a lot of jewelry, you just mistook it for another ring, but you noticed that there was something else on his hand, and you don't know if that is, it looked like another heavy ring or something of that kind, but it was linking these two fingers together. Like half of a brass knuckle almost, kind
of. Yeah, I'll relay that to the group.
So, what do you all want to do? There's a lot of conversations that I think need to happen. If anyone has an inkling of who they want to talk to or what they want to be looking for, that's entirely up to you.
I want to talk to my dad and the doctor, but I don't know if this time or if we should wait till later.
That's fine. We have time in the session. I just didn't know who wanted to.
Yeah. If anyone else wants to do something, this can wait.
Go for it, and I'll probably follow Alicia, and because I want to check on her mom to try and see if I can do something to help cure or something beneficial.
Please, thank you.
All right, you can definitely do that. Elly will kind of tag along. She just says, "I hope," unless it's like a family thing, and I don't want to intrude.
No.
I just,
feel free.
I haven't seen him.
It's
in a
family
while,
thing, but
right. Okay. Right. But just feel free to boot me out if. Anyways, Orden does come back downstairs and takes you up. Your mom is sitting at a table with the doctor, Johan. They're having a lively conversation. Your mom is playing chess and winning. And he smiles when he sees you and he says, "Well, clearly I'm about to lose, so and he just knocks over his own queen. He goes, I give up. You win, Melina. Again, of course." And she laughs and she says, It's not my fault you don't know how to use your pawns. And he laughs. He says, just give me a second. And comes over to you and says, good to see you. Alive.
Sorry for being gone. We did not mean to. We thought it would be quick.
I didn't figure that you'd done it on purpose.
I tried messaging, but it didn't work.
It's all right. Let me
Dimensions are weird.
Let me just go get Gertrude. And the connecting door from the library into the study, he knocks on it. It's partially ajar, and he says, "Doctor, she's here." And you hear some ruffling, and out steps an elven woman. She has long, dark brown, almost auburn hair with lots of braids and little jewels and rings woven into it. She is wearing the traditional clothing of the Ashari. And, but she's carrying a doctor's bag. She says, very good. Let me get set up. If this is a good time, what we need to do is probably, wait, hold on. She looks at, they exchange a look, these two. And she goes, manners, right. I am Gertrude Baston. I am Dr. Stapleton's mentor. He trained under me. I'm here to fix your mom. Does that all sound familiar?
Yes. Hi, I'm Elisha Seaskipper, the daughter in question. Also kind of like
awkward,
fugitive?
like me.
I don't know.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's complete. Fugitive is nothing. Awkward is a
I don't
totally
think I'm
other.
fugitive.
I don't
What's
care.
the
you're
public
fine.
threat?
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
It all sounds like bullshit to me, to be honest. I don't care. My job is healing people, not figuring out whether they're responsible for the moral decay of society, whatever the fuck. I don't care. So let's do this. I'm gonna get set up. What we need is concentration. We need quiet, and we need no interference. So whatever you need to do to make that happen, I recommend you do it.
I don't have a silence spell, but Neuraxis!
What? He like
Do you have
pokes
a
his head into
silence
the
spell?
stairwell. Like, no. Should I?
No, you have darkness. That's the thing. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to give me 1 minute?
No need.
Elly just says, "What if you and me, big guy, stand guard at the door?"
It's like he's like looking at Hazel and like looking at Terak. Like there's clearly a list of like there's all these things, and
I was
and then it's like
that as soon as Elijah and Ulrin walked out the room to like check on things, Hazel would have just grabbed Neuraxis' hand and just very loudly and very awkwardly said, "We should check too on our friend from the forest," and then would have just tried to pull him out of the room and basically out of the keep out into the fields again.
Bye, Neuraxis!
He just like looks at Elly and is like, no one comes in. He like starts looking around. Anyone upset. Elijah tells me anyone upset them and start giving them the like
Jeez!
You will all die. I'm into it. Okay, just got it. It points at Ulrin. I'm gonna be out here because I feel like if I don't listen to him, he's gonna cut my head off.
That's yeah. He probably won't do that, but he does sound like it a couple times.
Yeah, it's okay. Buy-in gets like that when his blood sugar's low, so I'm assuming that's what's happening. She just stands outside the door. Yeah, someone get that man a candy bar.
Eat a Snickers.
So Gertrude starts setting up, and Johan explains to you, Alicia, kind of what they've been working on. So he says, it won't be a fix it and done kind of a thing. It's going to be progression. Something that we've discovered is that some things may be permanently lost, But we're gonna do what we can in order to try to figure out exactly what has happened with your mother's mind.
Let me be clear. If you can't fix her memory, that's fine. If she doesn't remember stuff, that's fine. I just want her mind to be healed so she can get peace.
Right. Exactly.
Whatever that. I'm just happy you guys are willing to help because.
Well, it's
I mean,
for me, it's an investment in people. For Gertrude, and he kind of chucks a roll of bandages at her, and she goes, "Stop it." It's more a question of the why. It's research. So, and Gertrude just pipes up and goes, "I don't have the best bedside manner, but it doesn't matter. I'm far smarter than just about anybody else you're going to encounter. So I'm assuming you don't need me to hold your hand."
no. I'm fine.
Fantastic.
I've seen worse.
Great. Goes back to what she's doing. And she starts setting out, she's setting out beakers. And she's setting out this strange little metal stand. And on it, she puts a perfectly round, perfectly polished, completely clear sphere. Need that. And she starts laying out herbs, other things. And Johan says, so we tried the traditional things. Healing, herbs, prayers. We had Dust here for a little while before she was called away to the Augur Assembly. We've contacted people in Amman. We've reached out to the Pansophical. But with everything else going on, one woman with a broken mind doesn't take precedence. And that is where you're fortunate to have Gertrude, because this is of interest to her. So from what I understand, and he points at that clear sphere, this is experimental. You have to understand this. It's been tried in controlled situations. This is the first time where we've used this on a humanoid patient. So the goal of this is to use the orb to give us a full picture of your mother's mind and see if there are pathways that are not connected, if there are physical or magical blocks on certain parts of her mind, and see if we can go about then, once we figure out what's happening, go about trying to repair some of the damage. We can only scan a part of her mind at a time, because if we scan the entire thing or more than one part at a time, we risk madness. We risk breaking things permanently, and we don't want to do that. So this will take weeks.
Yes.
Okay. While you're here, we will use you and hopefully your cleric friend, if possible, to... And did I see a paladin? Did I see a paladin come in as well? Was that... You guys have Inlon with you as well, so... He's a paladin of Pelor, so... anyone with any kind of inclination in healing or anything like that wants to lend a hand will be extremely useful. And Gertrude stands up, she wipes her hands, and she looks at Melina. She says, "All right, my dear. You know the drill." And Melina goes, "Oh, yes. Yeah, I do, actually." And hops up and sits on the edge of the table and just waits.
I'm just gonna talk to my dad and ask if he is fine with this, just to be clear and not just feeling that I'm taking control.
Sure. We've never had anyone take any interest like this that wasn't for their own regard. The Imperialists just wanted your mother for her mind. I think it's worth a shot.
Then I'm all for it.
Okay, so what do we do? And Gertrude has Orden stand on one side of your mom and take her left hand. She instructs you, Elysia, to take your mother's right hand and looks at... Ulrin, are you still in the room?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still there.
And says, cleric, what's your name again?
Ulrin.
Ulrin. Ulrin. Got it. Ulrin. Ulrin with the beard. Ulrin. Understood. If you would come over here and points to her right side and just hang out, and I'm going to actually have you hold this. And she hands you a twin orb, clear orb. It's a little bit smaller than the one on the stand. She says, all right, so the goal of this is to use this to scan a part of your mother's mind. And if we find anything that's blocking or holding her up or creating issues in her brain, hopefully we can locate it and suck it right out. And the orb will hold it and we'll destroy the orb. So, if everyone's ready, I don't know if anyone's, well, the cleric with the beard. Ulrin with the beard clearly is religious. If anyone else is religious and wants to pray, you're welcome to do that, but you got about 30 seconds and then I'm going, so.
I going to just walk up to Alessia's mother and just sort of make this hand gesture movement and lean down and just kiss her on the forehead and cast Death Ward on her, and then walk back and just stand there
Okay.
and just start praying. So.
All right. So, Elysia, is there anything specific you want to do?
Probably, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't remember anything that will help me in this situation other than I'm not this kind of wizard.
Okay. We are going. Anyone participating, just being in the room is going to roll. We are using this as kind of a hybrid. So as Gertrude stands there and she's focusing on the orb because she gets a roll as well, and your mother gets a roll. Ulrin will get one, Elysia will get one, and Orden will get one. And we're going for an average here. So. What we're going to do then is Gertrude kind of watches the orb as it floats, and as it lifts out of her palm and starts to move toward your mother, and it begins to circle her head in kind of a wide orbit. All right. I hope you're praying hard. And you watch the orb smash into her head as she reels back and time slows. I need Ulrin to make a religion roll. Elysia, make Arcana.
I am gonna use my portent roll of 15 to make that a 25.
Okay.
I don't want to risk it.
Gertrude got a 20 dirty. Your mother got a not good.
25.
Your dad rolled pretty well. He had a 14. Okay. As that orb shatters and you all start to react in slow motion, all of a sudden time catches right back up to you, and the orb is laying whole back in Gertrude's hand. And there's this faint little swirl of dark smoke almost. And when you look over at the orb on the table, it has a twin swirl of dark, kind of grayish green smoke. She looks at it and she says, I think we have a winner. It's going to take a few rounds of this, but if the first try, and it clearly was, is successful, I'm going to need to look at this in depth, and I'll take any help I can get on that one. And as she's kind of talking to herself, but talking at all of you, Elysia, you just watch your mom look at you, and she kind of blinks. Has your hair always been that long?
No.
It looks different. It looks good.
Thank you.
Where are we?
Joran. Taldori.
Huh. Well, whatever it is, it's nice. And she looks at your dad. She says, "Were we on a ship?" And he goes, "At one point, there was a ship." She goes, "I remember a ship. It smelled so bad. There was that guy that pooped in the corner." And he goes, yeah, there was that guy who pooped in the corner. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And she looks back at you again. Something's different. It's not the hair. It is the hair, but it's...
A lot of things happened. Well, I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
One day.
Can I go lay down? I'm really tired.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Tell your friend, the tiefling, that he owes me another game because I kicked his butt the last time.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. And she
Sleep
hops
well.
down off the table, and your dad is he's just grinning ear to ear.
Elisha is too.
And takes her to go rest, and you hear the door close behind them. Gertrude is focused on, and she's talking to Johan, and they're having these conversations, and you catch things like magical interference, and never seen this before, very powerful magics, but they're having what sounds like a productive conversation.
Yeah. Ulrin was crying tears of joy earlier, now Elisha's crying tears of joy.
No!
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not crying, there's like a few tears rolling down.
Gertrude, while you're standing there, just thrusts the small crystal at you, Elysia. You're gonna want that.
Thanks.
Treat it like a sentient object. Whatever made that.
So no putting it
is
in a bag of holding.
No. Not unless you want to lose everything in your bag of holding.
No, I don't. Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
That's what I figured. I figured it was a rhetorical question, but I answer it anyways.
Yeah.
Treat it like a sentient object. See if you can get anything out of it. We're gonna study the other one. The crystals are paired, so they create twins. And I'm curious to see if I get different answers than you do. But see what you can do with it. It doesn't leave here. If it leaves this stronghold, I will find you and kill you myself, because that's my research. And I don't care what your big armored friend says, I will kill you. And the other worry is that, if you lose track of it or you break it, you're going to unleash maybe something really dangerous. So don't do that.
Thanks! I did not need that on my plate, but thank you.
Yeah, sure. Hey, you called me, so whatever.
Yeah, true.
And you just see Johan just slap her on the back and go, "Oh, Gertrude, I've missed you so much." And they start flipping through books, so.
Before I leave, thank you. Thank you.
Are you kidding
And then
me?
she leaves the room.
This is the most... Oh, okay. That's good. I like her. You just hear her go, "I like her. She's abrupt." It's good. It's good. All right, we need to get food, get drinks, because we're cracking into this thing. And you just hear her start to ruffle things around, and you hear Johan go, "Oh, another long night. All right, then." And... All right. Elly is still outside the door, and when you walk by her, she goes, Nothing exploded, so I'm assuming that was a good thing?
It went good.
All right. I'm going to steal big guy over here, if you don't mind, so.
I'm going to go to my room. So yeah, do whatever you want with him. And I'm just leaving. I'm left. I'm gone.
Hazel, where are you?
Yeah, so I would have just very awkwardly dragged Noraxis out of the door of the stronghold and like then just out into the fields in a random direction from the sea, just not saying anything, just like tugging and not looking. And then when we're like just out in the fields, like away a bit from the invisible village, she just lets go of his hand, and I look for like something on the ground, like a larger rock or just some shrubbery or something, just like something that can function as a target. And then I just position myself about like 30 feet away from it, and I pull out like one of my daggers that I never use, and I just throw it at the thing, and it either hits or it either just lands in the soil somewhere, and then I just go and I pick up the dagger, I walk back to my starting position, I throw it again, and I go and pick it up again, and it's just kind of what she does.
He just keeps like looking from you to the object, like it's like after maybe the third or fourth, like Eldritch blasts it, just like
I think Hazel just stands there and is like,
I got it.
you think they noticed that I was a bit awkward in there? You think they noticed?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Yeah. You were like me when Elijah explains things.
Oh, that's not good. They seemed okay, right? Like, all four of them alive. Oh, God.
I mean,
I think that she just sits down at the ground and just, like, hammers the dagger, like, just stabs at the ground with the dagger, just, like, not acknowledging it, just something to keep her, like, head busy, just staring off into the distance.
like,
I had no idea they were alive or dead.
just like peels the like massive helmet off and like puts under one arm and like sits down next to her, like trying to get comfortable in this like all this armor. Just like, oh God. You?
They grow so big. I haven't seen them in so long. They're so much taller than me now. When we were kids, we were about seven. I was even a bit taller than Kale. We used to make fun of that. Just draws like weird patterns and circles in the dirt with the dagger.
It's okay. Like, it's like you told me when I was checking on everyone with the scrying and the like their family, right? Like, yay! He's like,
What do I do? Oh, do I go talk to them? Or like,
I mean,
know,
probably. I mean,
uh,
I got Elijah to dream me to mine, but they're like hundreds of miles away. It's probably easier to just say hello.
I'm usually good at that, but I thought I'd never see them again. Like, I just left because, this. They don't know Norexus. They don't know about me. And she, like, points to her mouth and just, like, mimics the fangs.
Oh, right. Okay. Huh.
I just disappeared one day. I didn't say anything because, they were just gone to the market and I transformed and I was like, I had to leave. Otherwise, I would have just killed them.
That makes sense. Yeah. You wanted to keep them safe. So tell them you wanted to keep them You don't have to. I mean, they're your family. They'll probably understand. I mean, I'm not sure how I'm going to explain the whole demon thing, devil thing to my. They're family, right? I'm sure they'll understand. You just maybe you don't tell them it all at once. Yeah, Ulrin said that you're not supposed to tell everyone everything all at once. Take it.
Then what am I supposed to tell them? Which part?
That you missed them, and that you had to leave to keep them safe, and the why is important, and it's kind of still dangerous. So you can't tell them right now because you missed them, and it is still dangerous. And
We wanted criminals now. I certainly know that part. What if they don't want anything to do with me anymore? I mean, it's okay. And she's just like, in a way that like sounds just very fake. She says, "It's fine. I have you guys. That's fine if they don't. Like, you know, I haven't seen them in really long, and like, we've probably grown apart. Like, you know, I'm sure they have like different jobs and hobbies now, and I do. You know, and she just like takes her fingers and starts counting. You know, I make cookies, and I'm a blood hunter now. I kill people. I mean, I did that before, but now it's just kind of more targeted, you know.
Ulrin, or not Ulrin, sorry, Neuraxis, the sound of footsteps come up from behind you a bit back. They kind of stop 25, 30 feet. But you can hear them on the snow, and there are 4.
just don't panic. There are people behind us.
I know, Noraxis. I have much better hearing than you do. Come on, man. You already got like everything else.
I mean,
don't be insulted by that.
Do you want me to handle it? I mean,
no.
I'll be right here, okay?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And like she just stands up and turns around.
There is a pure black leopard sitting behind you.
What in the 7? like his hand goes out and then the sword appears. He's just like, what the?
Wait.
Stay. I got it. It's fine. Just stay there.
The leopard stands up and instantly changes into Kale. And he's just blinking at you, Hazel. Whoa, big guy, whoa!
He's like he doesn't let go of the sword, but he like looks at Hazel and like lowers it slightly, like
It's just me.
What the fuck?
like as soon as Hazel swears, sword
Okay.
like,
Whoa. Put the weapon down.
It just vanishes.
Oh, what the fuck? That's cool.
You said that they weren't.
What?
You, but they're now the
never did that before.
Surprise.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
What's happening? What?
I'm like
Why can you do that?
I'm like you. You left too soon.
What?
You left too soon, Hazel.
But I had to go, you know. Otherwise, I would have just,
no, you wouldn't.
You know, like I did with the sheep.
Nope. You wouldn't have. And he just runs over to you, and he boops you in the middle of the forehead. No, you wouldn't have, because I would have turned and bitten your butt.
Wait, a sheep? You left because you killed a... I'm very confused.
I don't care, and he picks you up if you'll let him and just squeezes you.
Oh, yeah. I'll just let him. I'll just be like, what the... But...
I guess it runs in the family. I didn't know. I didn't know until I was like... Well, after you left.
But how,
It's just me. It's not Roland.
How did you...
It's just me.
Oh.
It's just
How did you learn... how did you learn to control it? What happened?
Ooh, are you in a gang too?
Yeah, we're called the Leopards, man.
Hazel, I think yours is still cooler.
Yeah, you need to workshop that title a bit, maybe.
So like, long story short, you left, and we went looking for you and couldn't find you, and then had heard about a halfling woman running around, and Dad and I were out camping one night because we got lost in the woods trying to find you, and I woke up and was sitting on him, and I was a kitten. I don't know, it was weird.
Did you how did you feel when you transformed? Were you like, did you want to fight someone?
I was really hungry. And then I took a deer down. It was just like, I was there 1 minute at the camp, and the next thing I know, I was chewing on a deer. I kind of lost time for a bit. And then I realized I could smell real good. And I didn't smell good. I smelled awful, but my nose worked really well. And I tried to follow you. And I think we almost found you one time. And we've just always kind of moved, hoping we'd find you again.
You kept on looking for me all this time, all those years?
Well, yeah, because this. And he turns back into a leopard. And because we missed you. Neuraxis, it is just as disconcerting hearing a human voice come out of a cat. You're used to it, but it's disconcerting.
Yep. It's just like... Okay.
At this point, Hazel transforms into her tiger form. And then she says, I missed you too.
I'm stealing her! Come on, let's go! And he runs across the field and spins around in a circle and kind of kicks snow at you.
I look at Neuraxis kind of questioningly, as in, should I go?
I
give them a nod and then I take off. Yeah.
Okay. Kale takes off across the field and waits for you to catch up.
Yeah. And I guess we'll just kind of run around and play, sort of.
You're so much bigger than he is.
Yeah, I'll be very careful, I'm not gonna have any claws out or something. Whack! Just
he goes flying and hits a tree, yeah. But he does stop you after a few minutes, and he's like, so, Mom had a really rough time after you were gone. She's never gonna tell you that. But, she has something for you. So you might want to check with her when you're comfortable.
Was she really mad that I left? I know they needed so much help with the farm,
She
and
wasn't
I wasn't
mad.
there.
She just didn't understand. Dad didn't understand.
I just thought that if I didn't say anything, at some point they'd just forget about me. and you could just go on with their lives, and they'd be safe from me.
He swats you
You'd be
across
safe
the
from me.
nose and goes, "You're a dummy.
Oh.
You're a dummy.
Mm.
It's all right. Which just means I know." And he runs off into the woods. "We're going hunting. Bye."
Well, wait, you were like, come on, before you get hurt, you always get in trouble, and then I just like take on after him. Sorry, Noraxis, you can either come with, or we'll see you back at the place.
Like,
You wanna come?
he just like picks up his helmet and it's like, you go, go on, go
Okay.
see your family. Go on, just.
And like she just turns around to keep on running, and then she stops one more and looks back at the Rex and says, "Thank you." And then she keeps on running.
He just like picks up his helmet, and, like watches until she like disappears behind some trees, and just sort of starts trudging back towards where the door was.
You have to kind of feel.
Yeah, there's like oh god.
I love that image so much. Oh shit. Ulrin. Elly has pulled you into what looks like one of the studies or little just kind of random rooms that hasn't been fully furnished in the stronghold. She's carrying a bottle under one arm and 2 glasses. She plunks the bottle down. She says, "All right, you remember this?"
It's been a minute.
Has been a minute. Drink to tell the truth.
Sounds good.
Okay. Pulls the stopper out of the bottle, pours 2, it's like fingers worth into the glasses. It's a fair bit. It's a dwarven whiskey. Been holding on to that for a while. She says, "All right, you or me first."
I'll go first.
You know the rules. And you remember how this goes. So you drink, you tell a true statement, or if you lie, you have to drink twice. Pretty easy.
All right. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take a drink. I'll take a swig.
It's strong.
Tasty. Warms me to my bones. I'll say, I never stopped thinking about you.
She downs it. You know, I figured, and there were some times where I started to question my own sanity a little bit. Like, did I do this to myself? Did someone else pull the strings? Did we screw up? There were a few nights I wanted to bash your face in, only because it just seemed unfair that you got away and I didn't. She pours 2 more.
All right, I'll take another swig. I've survived a lot and learned a lot. I suppose I'm a cleric, and I've been blessed with divine healing powers, so that was new. Once the dragons came, I hopped into action and never really looked back to, the days when I would hesitate before just running headlong into somebody who needed help.
She throws hers back but leaves a little bit in the bottom of the glass. I've never seen you hit that hard before. You must be doing something different. You work out? She laughs. You're an idiot.
It hurt a lot.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It has.
I've seen some shit.
I have too. Apparently I'm a god.
She just pushes a bottle at you. I think you need that more than I do then.
I do. I do. It's been a long time that I've been able to just talk. I've had so much on my mind, and now things are kind of starting to get relieved. The whole mess in Craghammer with Mom and the Forge is all worked out.
Oh shit, your mom. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's just she was living on the outskirts for a while on the surface, but once we took care of Ulton and turned him into the new
Oh,
Iron
whoa, whoa,
Speaker.
whoa, whoa. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Your shady ass cousin did this?
Yeah, I
I'm
kind
gonna
of figured it
fucking
was
kill
him.
him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
That's what I said too once I found out it was him, but
You're a god. Did you smite him? Just bam! Nothing.
not really.
Ash on the floor. Oh, you should have.
I thought about it. I punched him in the face pretty hard, a couple times I think. I don't know. I just couldn't bring myself to it. You know, it's not right to just throw wrath at people who've wronged you. You know, it's not really my judgment. I think
you're the only one, other than me, who can judge him. Like, I'd say throw him to the fucking Illithid. Like, just throw him to the Mind Flayers. It's what he deserves.
I had that mindset as well a while ago, but after seeing some of my closest friends fall in battle and having the ability to bring them back, I realized that I have the power to make good in this world and to change the shit that we faced when we were younger. I don't need to hold that anger inside anymore. I can let people be the judge of their own characters and let their own anger and hatred consume them from inside, and eventually that will be enough of a punishment for them. They'll hate themselves enough that penance would be a mercy for them.
Is he even smart enough to know that, though?
I don't think so, but it's fine. He at least won't be doing any of this stupid shite anymore.
Ruining other people's lives, breaking up relationships, destroying families. Yeah, you're a better person than I am. I kind of still just want to smash his face in.
I mean, you might be able to. The Iron Speaker seems pretty cool. I mean, you'd really kick it off with her, I think.
Whoa, 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 what?
Yeah, it's well, she doesn't like to be called Iron Keeper anymore. It's I think
Wait,
the
old Greystock
governor.
died?
Yeah, he
Or someone
passed a while
assassinated
ago.
him, or both?
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
recall. I think he was just old age. I think he just passed. But apparently there's a new leadership, and it's a turn for the better there, which is nice.
Shit.
It's a lot less corruption too with the carvers and everything. It seems like they're headed in the right direction, which is good. Hopefully we'll be able to see some good. But I don't think I'll be able to call that place home anymore.
No, that I agree with you on that one. It's not this. I don't know. I've been in the Underdark too long, and I feel woozy even being up on the surface because it's just feels like my feet are gonna fall out from underneath me or something, or I'm gonna fly right into the sky, or I don't even know. It's
Yeah.
discombobulating.
Yeah, we were on different planes of existence for the majority of these past couple of years, so I completely understand. I don't think I've spent more time in our plane than I have in worlds or illusions or weird demon magic fever dreams.
She pours out too. It's just like, I think you need that.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
Oh, I held on to this, by the way, and I'll take the garnet necklace off and just kind of hold it out.
Huh.
But you're not getting it back.
It's funny. I kept mine too. I'm not the same person I was, Ulrin. Stuff hardens you. I think you came out on the better end of experiences. Once you get made a part of the righteous dead, it just kind of, you get really laser focused on just surviving. You know, I'd go to sleep early on when I was down there and not panicking and crying my eyes out and wondering where you were and what was happening and oh God, what horrible way are we gonna die tomorrow? My hands would itch from my tools. I just wanted to be messing and tinkering, and even if it was just to twist metal together, I just wanted that so badly. And you see her, she holds out her palms and it's just scar tissue. This is the problem with wanting things when you're in a place like the Underdark, is it starts to drive you mad. So I tried to dig it out. And I don't think I could ever hold those again. I don't have the ability to do that anymore.
I don't believe that's true. I think you're just in shock that you now have the capability to rest. That you can actually take time and appreciate having that time. I think it's just a big shock to your system. I believe in you. I believe you'll get it back. I think in no time you'll be making all sorts of wondrous things. You'll bring joy and laughter to the world just like it did when we were little.
So, what if I get to that point and I don't want to anymore?
Then you don't have to. And that's a wonderful thing about being alive. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I'm just grateful that you're here, that you're not just another figment of my imagination or a memory that I'll never get to interact with again. I'm just glad that you are here and safe.
She bumps her glass against yours. Are we finishing this bottle?
I reckon we should.
Yes. That wasn't a. Yeah, you don't get to say no. And she starts pouring it out. But before she takes another drink, she says, I really, really missed you. The world could have burned as far as I cared. But I really, really missed you. Pious Ulrin is a very smart man. Has anyone ever told you that?
No?
I think I like this version even better. You might have to talk me down from a ledge every now and then, because I still really want to hit your fucking cousin in the face.
You know, I never abandoned you. I always spent time looking for you. The whole reason why I got tangled up in a lot of this mess was just to find you.
What? I never thought that.
Well, good.
I was pissed at you. Because again, it seemed unfair. And that ties into the whole gnomes, dwarves, power structure bullshit Craghammer thing, but I didn't think it was your fault.
You can hit me all you want. I could
Don't
take it.
promise me that. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you. Not again, anyway. It was a baby tap. You're fine. You're still an idiot.
Not the smartest man, but that's alright.
And this is a whole look. This is a whole look. Where did the armor and the shield and the tot? Gotta admit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. We need to be real drunk for that one. And she just starts starts drinking. Elly, as you knew her, never had an iron gullet like that. She's putting this away like a champ.
I'll just keep drinking.
Make one Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Natural 20.
21.
Okay. She doesn't even blink putting this away. You feel a little. You're starting to. Your vision wavers a little bit, but you're holding on to it. You're doing all right. And you two just talk. She tells you some gnarly stories. She brained a mind flayer. She fought a dragon. And managed to save an entire kobold village. And then her friend, Tarunda, the injured one, got called their queen. So you all are a little drunk, and she's just like, so Tarunda's sitting on this throne of bones. She could only fit one ass cheek on it because it was built for a kobold. And she's sitting there and she's going, I am the queen of the kobolds. And Elly kind of like starts tipping out of her chair. She's like, we got very drunk that night. Very drunk. Super drunk. I'm very drunk right now. Oh. I am the queen of the kobolds. Mm-hmm. How much do you want to tell her about what's been going on?
I'll probably be pretty forthright with her. I'll leave out some of the not really important details, but I'll tell her as much as I can, or as much as I'm able to.
Okay.
And I don't know, I'll probably leave out some of the just boring bits where it's a lot of traveling and downtime. But
okay. It's hours. Night falls. You hear shuffling going on outside the door. At one point, Berna brings you all food. She's like, okay, go easy there, kids. It's good shit you got there. And she comes back out. And you all are... So she kind of leaned on the table and she goes, so you mean to tell me that you're a fucking god right now?
Yep.
You're a god.
Looks that way.
So how come you don't glow? Don't gods glow?
I don't think that that's a prerequisite.
You are
for
way
being
too sober. You need to keep drinking. Get chug. We're getting drunk. Come on. I haven't been on the surface in years.
I guess I'll drink. I'll drink some
Drink. You get plastered. And at one point, you do register that somehow you moved to a rickety old couch in the corner, and she's just laying on your chest snoring.
I'll just smile and kind of just probably nod off after that. Drank way too much.
Couch. Drank way too much. And you just hear her go, "As kick Alton's ass." Does anyone want to do anything else before we wrap up?
I think after Hazel goes, Norax.
You cut out just for a second, sorry.
Oh, after Hazel disappears, Noraxis will go back inside to look for T-Rex.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's awake. He's kind of puttering around. Looks like he's just kind of mother henning, like picking things up and setting chairs, off to the side and that kind of thing. The armor's good.
Oh,
it's very red.
Yeah. Yes, I chose it a long time ago. Sure, that sounds right.
No, I understand. That's good. It looks very intimidating.
I think that's the point.
It's the spikes and the helmet, and really the whole thing. It makes you look like 10 feet tall. It's ridiculous. And great. If I didn't know you, I'd be running the opposite direction.
You said you have safe ways to get messages out, right?
To Yorick. Why?
I've got people spread out that I want to make sure are okay, or ready for if or when this all goes wrong. Like looks at the rest of Hazel's family and like if Elijah's parents like going past, they're all so happy, and I don't want anything to happen to them.
I understand the concern, but I do believe it's misplaced. Me, Yurick, Laura, we can protect civilians. I'm not concerned too much about that. You all might have some worries on your hands. You are the ones I am concerned about.
Rex just like smiles at him, but it's not the happy-go-lucky smile. There's something like slightly like menacing and uncomfortable. It's the like, I really hope you're wrong, or I just might kill us all. And he just like stands up with his helmet under his arm. It's like, they all deserve to be happy. But I'm not joking. We've known you a long time, or long considering what we've been through. If something bad happens to these people, I'll burn Vasselheim to the ground. I will find every last one of your precious Pansophical and put them to the sword if it kills me. They have been through enough. When this is done, it's over.
I'm liable to agree with you, actually. It's
Make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure whoever needs to know in Vasselheim knows. When this is done, it is over. We will tidy up whatever else it is that has leaked through, and then they leave us alone.
Vasselheim is an unfortunate mix of henpecked politicians too concerned with religious bowing and scraping and not paying enough attention to things like charity and helping the homeless. And it creates a rather dour place to live. No matter what, say everything's roses afterwards, right? The best outcome you could hope for. Everyone goes off. Alicia has her parents. Ulrin and Elly go and get married and have dwarf babies, whatever. Dwarf gnome babies. I don't even know how that works. Hazel gets her family back. You find Volkar. On and on and on, right? Happy ending, the end. Everyone goes off into the sunset. No matter what, Vasselheim has to contend with the council of this continent, and they are not happy. Vasselheim's a lot of talk. And, maybe they haven't called a banner march in 1,000 years, but, I'm not concerned.
Good. That's
hopefully good. Weirdly comforting. You all have bigger issues to contend with than some religious and political hacks who are angry because you are inadvertently trying to usurp their power that they use to lord over others. If anyone's going to do it and break that chain of command, so to speak, it would be all of you. I'll hand you the hammer when you get there. Deal?
Deal.
Very good.
I think I need to be alone for a little while. You be careful, okay? You're family now, and I don't take kindly when people do things to my family. He just puts the big helmet under his arm, nods to Tyrax, picks up a plate of food and just
like a whole chicken.
Yeah. And just as quietly as he can, in 6.5 feet plus plate armor, just trumps away upstairs, just
he
taking in all the.
And he just kind of touches that necklace he always wears, and you just watch him blink out, and you hear his voice kind of float up to you from the first floor, and he says, "They'd have to find me first."
Plop, plop, plop.
Clang, 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 clang. Anyone else? No?
I'm just in my room studying the thing,
okay.
But not.
It's gonna take you a few nights to work on that. Hazel, you get drugged back into the stronghold, tired, covered in snow.
Yeah, I think after that I'll just say to Kale, a lot of things have changed, but I'm still faster than you.
It sucks. I really thought, but you're so much bigger. How did you get so bigger? Is there a tiger workout plan that I need to be going on? Do I need to be lifting small trees?
You know what? Maybe we could talk about it sometime. I learned quite a lot of weird things. Like, I have quite some stories to tell. I'm sure you'd be interested in hearing them.
I want to
Met
know
all
all of
sorts
them
of
right
weird people.
now.
They
Right
were
now.
the-
Right now. Tell me now.
I think. And like, she suddenly weirdly gets into this odd older sister mode that she hasn't been in for so long. So you think, now, I think it's time to go to bed soon. I think we're all pretty tired. I think we all need some good sleep. Don't you think? Well, you probably should remember to clean up before, otherwise Mom will probably get very upset if she sees us dragging mud all around.
No. It's not even this isn't our place, it's your place. So basically you can tell me what to do?
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want
shit.
to see what Naraxis will do when he sees we've muddied up the place. He's like very particular about that. So
He has a really big sword. He has a really big sword. It's a little scary. And also I kind of want to be him. It's awesome.
But, and then I whisper into his ear, he's often just more bark than bite. Actually, he's a really nice guy and a big sweetheart. But don't tell him that I said that. He has an image to maintain.
Got it. Understood. So, scary.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
But I still actually would not piss him off, so.
Norax is gonna.
No.
Cal just goes, okay, well, maybe in the morning, talk to Mom.
Yeah, I was actually planning on doing that now.
Okay, that's a good idea. Roland and I are up there, and he points to one door, and then he points to the door next to it. Mom or Dad are in there.
Okay. Tell Roland, I said hi, and we should probably also talk in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds good.
How has he been doing? She said he's not a cat.
No, it's just me. He's good. He's actually a really, really good pottery maker. He takes after Mom. Ooh. So they've been making pottery and selling it in the village here. And Dad goes out with some of the miners and hunts, and I think that's kind of how we've made a living over the years, just traveling. And Mom sells her cups and bowls, and Dad would take on work wherever he could find it, and we kind of really liked that. I didn't think I would at first, but it was fun because we would see different people and get to go into the tavern sometimes and listen to bards, and it was neat. But I like having, I mean, if we stay here, I'm assuming we will. I don't know what they're thinking, but I like having someplace again.
Yeah. You guys always were pretty resourceful with that.
We try.
Yeah. I think Turin's a pretty nice place, and I mean, I guess it's kind of cool to live in an invisible village.
I mean, as far as living conditions go, yeah. Because it's not like you can tell people, hey, turn right at the fork and go across the bridge and you'll see our house. It's like, turn right at the fork and, oh, there's no bridge and no house because it's invisible. That didn't make any sense.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you guys spent longer in this stronghold than we have, so.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Although you'd really need better furniture.
That's pretty dope.
And maybe some new curtains.
Yeah.
Curtains
really should
like
do
moths.
some interior design at some point.
It stinks. It's really dusty.
once like things aren't crazy again. Once like the old gods and the whole like world being in danger thing is over. Then like interior design should be our next project after that.
Hey, no. Naraxis interior designed this one. Naraxis interior designed this whole place. Do you not remember this?
Naraxis has gotten like 3 nosebleeds tonight.
It's like, this is not like perfectly clean lines, legit like fortress decor. This is not for like soft living.
I think you need like
some nice like frills.
I really
and,
like Art Deco though.
Yeah.
This
No.
needs more Art Deco, Neuraxis.
In your own forge. Oh, that's the point. If the
Yeah.
if the town ever reappears, all the things Neuraxis did in his downtime for you will appear. But until it reappears, you'll
Well,
never.
that'll be another discussion.
It's there.
True.
It is there, I promise. I didn't just, like, wipe out the town. Not that mean. Alright, so...
We can take down this wall right here. It's a non-supporting wall. You know,
Stop.
get a
It's not a
really
load-bearing
open
wall.
vibe.
Roll
not a
stone
load-
cunning to
No.
check if it's a low.
Are we gonna have a HGTV role-playing session? Because I would
No.
love that.
It's to make it more. It's a left-handed staircase to make it hard for people to attack upstairs with their
Oh.
one hand. You can't just knock a wall out. That's not.
Oh my god. So, Hazel, do you want to talk to your mom now, or do you want to... that?
I'm fine good ways. I know we're already over the time,
Okay.
so but Hazel was planning on talking with her this evening,
Okay.
so we can either do it now or next session.
We can absolutely pick it up next session. I do want to leave you all with one thing. So just kind of to give us a little teaser into the next game. As you all do eventually go to sleep, you all have the same dream. And that's not something that kind of happens, a lot. It's not like you have shared dreams across minds. But that night you dream of a ship made of bone with sails of skin. And it's wreathed
Necromancy.
in this gray-green light. And as it crests over an angry ocean, there's another one that comes up behind it. And another one. And soon there's 5, and then 10. And pretty soon you see about 20 of these ships. All manned by the undead. Skeletons upon skeletons. And as they sail over open ocean, you see the woman in the dark green cloak come out of the main cabin on the head ship, the White Bone. And she is pointing over the horizon, and you watch as one of the skeletons pulls a spyglass up and fixes it. And through that, you see the port of Iman. And we will stop there. So, thank you all for joining us. Hi, Funky Goblin, what's up? I know, Funky Goblin, what's up, Gabriel? Thank you all for joining us. Next game, we're not sure quite yet when. I'll talk to everyone about that, but have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world, and we will talk to you very soon. Check for updates on Twitter at terrible_party, and we'll have all of the dates of our upcoming games on there, as well as our schedule, hopefully soon, for our March charity stream. So until then, bye everyone.